Hey, Lauren.
Hey
Sorry,
Renee.
it's been crazy this
No,
week.
it's all good. It's good to see you.
Yes. Sorry we couldn't meet up in person, but woo.
Zoom is perfectly fine.
Okay. How's it going?
It's going good. We've been busy too with book fair stuff. We just did that and then finished the paperwork downtown, turned that in, got squared away with money. So just a couple of signatures, like my principal has to sign off on a couple of things, and so that we'll be done with that. Close that
Yay.
chapter, and then on to the
Hey,
next.
just so you know, Beth stole some of your book fair ideas. She liked them.
Oh,
Your the where you sent it to the teachers, the note where if they were caught reading, they could put their name in a bucket
oh,
for a free drawing. She really liked that,
oh,
so she stole
good.
that idea from you.
Yay. Well, I stole it from Scholastic, so
No, always cite your sources.
yep, I got well, so, yay. I'm so glad. Hopefully that'll get more participants and kids excited about the book fair. Maybe even bring some kids to the book fair that usually wouldn't want to visit.
Hmm.
Or maybe kids that just would like to visit and they didn't have an opportunity to, have money to purchase,
Yeah.
all the things. So it just it was just a good idea that Scholastic had this year that I happened to see that paperwork. And so
Hmm.
I just tried it this year and it was pretty successful. And it helped teachers kind of, hey, if you do this and this, I'm going to sign you up, and then your name gets put in a drawing. So it just helped with teacher management as well.
Oh, nice.
So it all worked out for everybody. So hopefully the kids were well behaved in
Win-win.
class. Yeah, absolutely. So, yep. So
Well, I've had to cover a lot of the classes and things, and so it's been fun seeing all the Hispanic heritage stuff because I asked them to set up a display. Did you get to set up a display for Hispanic heritage?
I didn't, I think it was kind of in the middle of the book fair stuff.
I
So
know.
I kind of let some things go um, as far as that, but
Uh-huh.
I didn't have
Well,
the opportunity.
so let's just say that the next thing coming up, what do you like to do to display books? Do you do anything for cultural
No,
things?
I kind of do seasonal stuff. So Halloween is coming up, so I took a couple of the spooky seasonal Halloween things and I kind of placed them around the library on, like, we had little displays and stuff. So I'll do that here. Or I started at one spot. I need to do a few more other places just to
Hmm.
display. So, and then there was something else. Oh yeah, Beanstack. We're doing that too. We're always promoting Beanstack since we're no longer AR. We are Beanstack.
Hmm.
So we're getting those water bottles, you know.
Did any of your schools get the little beanie plushies?
Mm-mm,
Really? They haven't yet?
mm-mm.
Aw.
I know.
When I think it's every school when they hit a certain level, they send them beanie plushies. That like totally stoked our teachers. They were like,
That's
"Oh, I
awesome.
want one, I want one."
That's
So,
awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, hopefully we will, and then that'll keep sparking the interest with
hmm.
ours as well. So, I think we're supposed to answer two questions.
All righty.
Um, the first question we're supposed to talk about is how have you or could you display inclusiveness, cultural competence, or support individual or group perspectives during your practicum hours? And I think that's what you were asking too about cultural heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as that goes, that would be one way. I didn't have an opportunity, but um, what are some other ideas? And I'm just kind of going to absorb some information from you. What are some other ideas that I could display cultural competence or support individual or group perspectives?
So I know some of my elementaries varying on where they are in town because I have north side and south side. Do you have any of the refugees um,
I think we have a
at your
few.
school, or is it
I think we've got a group of maybe 15 or so.
okay? So what I would suggest, because like we always set out the Hispanic display because we have a large majority of
We do too, yeah.
Hispanic culture in ours. So that's one way we do that. But then I like to, because since we have in Abilene a lot of refugees, is find out some things about their cultures, like their special days, and maybe with like Christmas coming up or whatever, if they study that,
Oh, okay.
or not, if they do something special, maybe display that. I know we don't have tons of information on that, but just make that kind of a focal point for them so that they feel seen
Yes,
in the
because it,
library.
yes, because it's different than like Americans celebrate Christmas or
Right.
okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Or
I,
you could
yeah.
throw in your Brazilian information about you, this is meet me, this is some things that my husband's family does. What do
Yeah.
you do?
Yeah.
Do you have I know when I was in middle school, I had a dry erase board. So, and I always put a challenge up for the day or whatever. And maybe put a challenge up. What are some of your, it could even go with Halloween, your Halloween.
Yeah.
What are your customs? So do you,
Yeah.
and put post-it notes out or something where they can put up a sticky note
Oh, that's a
for
good idea.
that.
That's a good idea.
But
Yeah, I'm definitely going to steal some of those ideas.
did you see the high school? Um, they had the ESL kids come in and make mums for the homecoming because they'd never experienced that.
Oh, I didn't know. Well, I knew they made mums. I didn't realize it was ESL. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yes. And then at Cooper for Hispanic Heritage, I think it was that, they did little stations, like they made, she said they even made tortillas in
Oh,
the library and did different things for that the kids showed them how to do. I thought,
interesting.
wow, that is really pulling it in there.
That's I think Kaylin did all of that. Or like she made the individual little dough
Oh,
packets.
she did that. Wow.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong,
Yeah.
but I think she went above and beyond. If
Hmm.
I'm remembering correctly. So
Yeah. Well, it was a very brief conversation of what she had done.
yeah.
So, I mean, that's a grand scale.
Yes.
We display books. That's a minimal example.
And we use the catalog to look it up too.
That's right. We
We don't
use our
walk
librarian
around.
skills to get it done. We do what we
We're
can.
practicing the cataloging skills.
That's right.
The next question, what changes could you make in the library to make it more accessible to people with special needs? And so I was, I don't have an answer for this. And so I was really going to absorb some of your knowledge on this one. What are some ways to make it more accessible with people with special needs? Like what does it mean accessible? Like wheelchair, like as far as step, like no steps or wheelchair or accessible to special needs like the PALS class or dyslexia. I wasn't for sure what that question meant exactly.
Well, yeah, so I'm going to throw out your library is set up where if it has to do with wheelchair things, I feel like your library is pretty accessible all the way around. I like how you have things on spinner carts so they could, they don't have to walk around that, and most everything is pretty low level, not super high. So I think you meet that standard right there. If they're talking about like, does the PALS, can I speak English? Nope, nope, I can't. Do the PALS classes come to you in the
Um,
library?
they come to me, yes. As far as, well, I don't have them on a regular schedule. They come whenever they are able to, they have time, whenever they're not testing. They come often, but it is not on a schedule. And anytime they do come, I always take them
Yeah,
because there are so many other things, because they're in their own world. I
Hmm.
understand that. So anytime they come, I always make room for them. So yes, they do come, but not on a schedule.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a when because when I was at Clack, the pals came like on Fridays.
Yeah.
And I always try to do a lesson that was probably more elementary from my elementary experience or whatever. But we did a lot of like for Halloween, we made the pumpkin pies, the you don't know bake pumpkin pies. We did a step-by-step process of making that.
Oh,
So it was very hands-on to where they had to follow steps, teaching them those kind of life skills, and then showed them where the cookbooks were. They were so fascinated with cookbooks. It made the book section where it went along with what my lesson was. But I was also wondering, maybe, do you have wonder books in your library?
I think we've talked about this before. I want to say we have a few. Remind me what they are again.
The books that have the recording right in the front of them.
Oh, no, we do. I don't think we have those. No.
And they can plug the headphones in for them. We have found with the dyslexic kids, they have thrived on that.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah. And so with SB 13, we have a lot in the elementary, so you could totally
yes.
order the ones that we already have because they come in chapter books, they're picture books, and that would work with your dyslexic kids, with your pals kids too, because they listen to it. And even the graphic novels are set up that it reads like a movie. Like it's not
Okay.
word for word graphic novel, but it describes the scene. I mean, it is, they have
Wow.
really thrived on that. So that's something that I would think they're very spendy,
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah.
like $60 for those. But you
Yeah.
might talk, I don't know, they have been very beneficial
Yeah, I
for
imagine.
that.
The
And
only thing,
and and like if you could find what the teachers are reading in class, like let's say they're all reading Old Yeller or whatever, if
mm,
you could get those as wonder books, then the kids that struggle with reading can follow along easily and
yeah,
feel like they're reading the same thing.
yeah. And then I was thinking, we have a few large print
Oh,
books.
perfect.
Yes, a few. And so, and that's definitely on something that I need to look up too, as far as how many large print copies do we have? If we only have like five,
Yeah.
I probably need to look into getting some more. And
Do
so,
you have anyone on your campus that is really visually impaired besides the old teachers?
yes, we have a few.
Mhm.
Probably maybe a handful of three, four, five. I know for a fact too. I see them all the time in the library, but I think there's some others sprinkled in that. And just is large print help with dyslexia too, or is that something I'm thinking wrong?
Actually not so much.
Okay.
Well, but you can also tell the kids, like if in dyslexia, a lot of our ebooks have, you can turn on the dyslexic font. It's the weighted um
Oh,
writing, so they
okay.
don't float so much. And
Okay.
so a lot of our ebooks come with dyslexic font that you can turn
Oh,
on.
that's a great feature. I did not
Yeah.
know that either. Okay. So that will help with that. Okay. Great. Yes. And so I think,
And like Martinez is our not Spanish. So we have a Spanish section. Do you guys inherit the bilingual program at your campus, or do you have that very much?
I guess what do you mean by bilingual? We have a lot of students who are English second language. What did you like as far as a
Well,
specific class?
do you have to have do you have books in Spanish offered to
Uh-huh.
them?
I
Yeah.
have a whole shelf. Now it's probably the size of my desk, and
Yeah.
it's more than the large print books that we have. Like
Yeah.
more Spanish print than large print, but
Hmm.
still it's very limited amount. So
Right. Well, you have to spend your budget. I mean, equitably. You're not going to get super huge amount for
Yes.
if you don't have a large representation there.
There are a few students that probably two that I can think of specifically asked me, Mrs. Rana Cruz, do you have Spanish books written in Spanish so I can
Hmm.
read it? And I said, yes, absolutely. They're over here. Probably
Yeah.
about two, maybe three have asked me. But then there are some kids who, I mean, they're just so shy and embarrassed that they don't know English, but they can speak it. They're afraid to ask an adult. So
Hmm.
the two brave ones that decided to ask me.
Yeah.
So as far as do I know?
Is it labeled so they know what it is?
No. And that's another thing I also need to make sure to.
That's that's one of the things that one of my library associate is very good about doing is labeling things to get kids' interest up. And so she has the like if like Dog Man, she has that sign up where it is, and like
Oh, okay.
or she might put little characters up where it is. So like Wings of Fire,
Oh,
she
yeah.
has the little dragon out there, but you might do something just to let them know this is the Spanish section so that if they are so shy, then they can find it on their own.
Okay. That's a very good idea. Yes, I will. I'm gonna, yep, I will need to do that. Because right now it's in the language, it's in the nonfiction area and it's in the 300 or 400.
400s,
How much?
400s is
400. Yep.
language.
That's where I put it. And it's the whole shelf. And so I've
Hmm.
been thinking to move it somewhere else. So it's
Oh yeah,
because it's kind
yeah.
of back there, kind of on its own island.
Or
So,
or you might just do a display one time and show it kind of like that. And that's kind of like when this is display feature. Do you have a place where you can feature books? Like at the beginning of the school, in middle school, I always did a novel in verse feature because you're going to have the kids coming in. Teacher says I have to read a book. I don't want to read a book, and they try and check out the baby thin ones, and
yep.
their teacher isn't happy with it. I'm like, look at this display here. It's novel in verse. Look how thick it looks. Oh, but let's open it up. Oh, there's lots of white space. Oh, you're happy. Teacher's happy. Oh, it's, and it's good books. So,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely need to do that for sure too.
and so then they know that you have these kind of things in the library,
Yes.
which they wouldn't touch normally.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And then as far as looking toward the future, there was a really one day you came over, you visited me, and we chatted about analysis report, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you clicked all around Destiny, and it was a lot of information, and you went so fast, so efficiently and effectively. I did not follow. And so as far as future, because I'm supposed to talk about future,
Yeah, yeah.
can you show me that again?
Yes.
Specifically, evaluate the collection using a collection analysis report. Because you talked about, and we have to do it now. We can, chat more about it later, but that's something I did want to touch on again and kind of pick your brain again. You talked about there were a couple books that were really old. I don't know, 40 years old. I don't remember what it was. And then there was another book that's was labeled, I don't know, mature or young adult. I don't remember what it was
Oh, yeah,
labeled.
yeah,
And
yeah,
we wanted to just kind of pull it off the shelf and just look at it, make
yeah.
sure there wasn't anything inappropriate, or maybe it's just so outdated. Maybe the words they used 50 years ago are not appropriate to use now, yada, yada. So I just
Yeah,
looking
because
to the
we
future.
went and pulled off the pussycat and the moon because
We don't use those
it's
words.
just not appropriate anymore.
Not anymore. 50 years ago, it was okay, but not today. Yes, those kinds of things. Yes.
Yeah.
Just kind of look into the future. So,
Yes, and with the Destiny update, the it's easier to run those kind of reports. So, yahoo! I
yes.
can show that in, and it's even easier than when I showed you before.
Oh,
So,
good. Awesome. Good.
I know.
So, I think we've hit our time. 12:30.
Okay.
I just I don't want to go over our time. It's been at least 14 minutes since I remembered to start counting. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this
Okay.
recording. Let me find the button.